All right, everybody, welcome to another edition. I'm Kenny Skove, another edition of what? Man, you know, shit happens when you're like almost live. So welcome, everybody.
As long as we're recording this time, right?
This is American Car Classics radio program, podcast, whatever you want to call us.
Times 3.
Wherever it needs to be.
Yes, basically.
That music intro was Greg Billings and the Stranger Band. I'm Kenny Schofield. This is Todd Byron, who is ready.
I've been ready.
And subdued.
Yep, subdued.
And Steve Charbonneau, who is here again.
2 shows in a row.
Well,
3.
1.5, whatever it is. And Nettie McGee, who is a local restaurant owner here in Vero Beach where we record. So welcome, everybody. Welcome.
Yeah.
The shit that goes on behind the scenes.
Oh, man. So what kind of day did you have today, Steve?
You know, quiet. You know, dealing with all the little chaos here and there, but, you know, it was good.
When I call you, normally you answer the phone, but the last couple of times you haven't been.
I can't keep up my phone fast enough if I tried.
What's going on with the phone?
Oh, it just never stops.
Man, he's Mr. Popular, bro.
I didn't even get my door opened this morning. I opened the door, and there's already 3 people standing there. I was like,
at your house?
No.
No, at the shop.
I walked in and went through the back door. You know, you have to open it there, and then I open at the front, and there's 3 people standing there. And I'm like,
you start cranking it up. You see shoes, you just start going back down.
Spring broke, close.
And then somebody throws the shoe underneath there, like, no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny. Whatever, you know.
How about you? Everybody show up at work today?
Oh, yeah.
Got work done?
Yeah.
How many cars did you paint?
Probably not 5, 6.
Damn, dude. I want to come to your shop and make money like a real person.
I don't know even know if I make money.
I asked you when we first got here, did you make money today? And you said, I don't know.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
I just work.
I've been.
You'd have to ask her. She knows if we're doing.
She's not telling anybody anything.
Tell me, hey,
yeah, her lips are sealed.
You need to get some cars out of here. Hey, okay.
Yeah.
Can't make the shop personal.
I had a customer's boyfriend's father call the shop today.
Wow,
and
that was a mouthful.
When they're, it usually is with me, and asked if her car was done yet. I said it's inside, but we haven't started working on it yet. But it's inside. There's only 3 bays there working, so I mean you got to be happy with something.
So you're like could be 1 to 3 in line to get.
That's
work
right.
on, right.
And the second car there, that 54, has been there for 2.5 months, or 3 months, or 4 months, or whatever. The painter left in June or something. So you know.
So what are you trying to say? It could be 6.
He probably number 2. No,
working.
but that car was probably number 2 out of the 3.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Got you.
Yeah. The other one's my financial advisor. He's getting done before.
Thank God you don't go to like
how it is.
Nettie's restaurant and get pushed back like that.
Wait, what?
It'd be like
he doesn't go to like your restaurant and get pushed back. You know what?
No, he just comes and sits down and acts like he owns the place.
I follow Jake in. It's all Jake's fault. It's all Jake's fault.
Every time he leaves, he's still pushing that button.
I've only pushed it once.
I'm standing at the register, and right before he leaves the other day, he pushes it and then like runs out the door, and I'm still like, it took me like a couple seconds to realize you pushed it. I'm like looking over at the counter. I'm like, I'm right here.
And there's nobody there.
And it's him. He's like looking at me through the glass.
Yeah.
Like it's me.
I'm looking at you through the glass. Okay.
What button? You got a button there you push?
Oh, God. Okay.
It's on her hip, the receiver. And there's a button on the wall.
Oh, yeah?
That is a panic button for I almost said nurses. For
Pretty
the
much.
waitresses.
That
if they're at the register and there's an issue and she happens to be slacking and back and be working in the back office.
Wow.
That she, well, you got to feel at home now, right? I mean.
Wow, slacking.
Well,
slacking?
We can still on my tag. Shut up. So anyway, it's a button there for her to be alerted that she's needed up front.
It's in my office, too. It's a big old bell.
Oh, really?
I usually keep it on my hip.
Thank God I don't
Yeah.
Like you just said, 2 months, the car made it inside.
Yeah.
Thank God I don't have a buzzer. I just got someone to say, Todd! Holy moly.
Like I
should be Steve.
You just gotta, you got to walk through the shop so she doesn't see. Like I said, just grab a fender and walk through the shop so she can't see him. He's like, what the? It's just a fender driving through.
I got a fender cart going by.
That is awesome. So, so Nettie is a guest here today on the American Car Classics radio program because she owns a restaurant here in Vero. Like I mentioned, it's called Nettie's Roadside Restaurant. It is formerly Larry's Roadside Restaurant, and as Todd says, the locals know it as
the Curve.
The Curve.
Yep.
Well, I don't know if it's a local,
right.
but it's our little clap we're in. You know,
right?
That's a lot of people.
Consisting of
it's a good click.
Listen,
man. It's a good
I
click.
get yelled at all the time. You know, can you go anywhere without you knowing anybody? hang out with Todd at a car show. I don't feel bad anymore.
Yeah.
Steve has an idea to do some T-shirts that what it says. Have you seen Todd or Where's Todd? Where's Todd?
Yeah.
And Julie's shirt was going to say,
Not Todd, haven't seen him.
"Not Todd, haven't seen him." Because when all else fails, you go to Julie because you know she's got his number and he's going to answer her call. If nothing else.
Yeah.
So Julie is Todd's wife. She's on the side over there. And we have other people here today in the show. It's really nice. Natalie, Nettie's daughter, is here. Ashley, my daughter, is here. Jada, who is Steve's stepdaughter. Erin is here, Steve's girlfriend. And Phil, raise your hand because I can't see nothing but the top of your head. And it looks cute, though. It looks good, man. Fresh cut. Yeah, it's all good. So Nettie, you're with us because you're about ready to do a grand opening. What's the matter?
Afraid you're going to poke me in the eye. The fingers rubbing on.
He's very animated.
No,
bro.
I must be part Italian or something. And you are Italian? What are you?
I am.
Okay, yeah. So how do you talk without moving your hands? Because Italian, we talk with our.
Well, I haven't been talking. You've been talking. So there's that.
There you go, right on point. Couldn't have said it better myself if I tried.
She is welcome back anytime, right? Because if you can hold your own right there, then
Fits right in.
yeah. So we are doing
Italians
we're gonna
talk with their hands when
help
they get
you.
mad.
We're gonna. I'm sitting on my hands now. We're going to help you with your grand opening, and we're going to try to bring in some people with some cars that maybe draw some attention, and maybe somebody wants to come in and buy some of the good food, and you're going to have all sorts of little specials and stuff. So this is the part of the show. You've never done this before. You get to tell us your address and where you are, and the history of the store, and all those things about you that you want people to know. So
Okay.
there you go.
Well, the
Nice.
address is 2555 27th Avenue, Vero Beach, Florida. A little bit of the background was that I originally was working at Seaside Grill. I was going to put a bid. Well, actually, I did put a bid in, and just didn't work out. I worked there for a really long time, and someone from down south actually got the bid. But I was looking for something, another restaurant. My mom is a realtor, and she came across Larry's, and I called Justin, who was the broker on it. I went in the next day, had breakfast, and within the month, I owned it. So
That's fast.
the grass doesn't, get green beneath my feet.
No.
Gotta stay moving.
Yep.
Now you're really moving, huh?
7 days a week.
Yeah. So season's not here.
No.
You got this at a good time when you could come in and acclimate and kind of get all the littles out of the way and adjust and
Kinda get adjusted,
and the pictures that need to be straightened out because they're crooked and all that stuff.
You and,
That's
you
it's
guys
Jake.
okay.
Look, I would never have brought that up if it hadn't been Jake. I follow his lead a lot
Weird.
because he feels very comfortable there, and apparently he feels that he can. So I just follow
Oh,
his
he's been
lead
gone there for as long as I can remember.
longer than
So he
she's
probably
longer than
feels
she's
like
been.
he's part
Well,
owner.
considering I've only been there for 5 months, then
Right.
I would think.
He might
You
think
went
he has
in-
stock in the place.
You told me that you went in and actually sat down and ate there.
Yeah, I went in there the morning before. I put a deposit in, but I had never eaten there before, never even heard of the place. Went in there, and the next day I had a deposit down.
Wow.
So very homey place.
It is comfortable.
Yeah.
It's good food. We don't have any problems. I've asked the cook if they can do a little bit thinner pancake, and they do right away. And
Yeah.
I ask if you can keep it in the warmer, and you do that. And I ask for warm syrup, and I can. Man, it sounds like I asked
asked
for
for
a
a
lot.
lot.
And
Sounds
that's
like
just
he's pretty
some
damn
warm
needy.
butter.
He's
I'm a
very
needy little
needy.
bastard.
very, very
God,
needy.
He's
man.
very needy.
Very needy.
Very needy.
don't
But that's
even-
okay.
you
We
don't even
try
know.
to accommodate.
Yeah.
You
And
know, we
you're
like-
doing fine.
We like to have it, a family-like atmosphere. Our girls have been there for a long time, so
Oh, we
yeah.
definitely feel like comfortable in family and everything else is right and stuff.
Yeah.
And you've got a great staff,
I
good
do.
people. Valerie, who when I walked in was very surprised to see her. This is a girl that is a waitress there, and
Yep.
she was there before you. She worked at JD's Corner Diner down in Sebastian or up in Sebastian for a while, and I've known her from that area for probably 7 years now or something. So it's
she
awesome.
still lives in Sebastian, so she takes a little bit of a hike. So does Susie. We have Val, we have Angie, we have Susie. Great girls. They've been there for a while. Susie's the previous owner's sister. She still works there. She has all of her customers and everything like that.
That's great.
So, but the girls were super scared. We were talking about the other day. They were so scared when I first came in. Because it's always scary whenever new ownership takes over. You never know what's gonna happen, or if they're gonna get rid of the staff. But I kept everyone, and it's been.
Did you have anybody that just said, "Hey, look, I don't know, I'm just going to leave"? I mean, they got to try somebody
No.
new anyway. So I mean, you might as well.
There was one girl that just didn't show up the day that I took over, and she actually asked to come back. And I just kind of told her, listen, you know, you didn't even call me. You didn't even talk to me. You didn't even give me a chance.
Right.
You know, you didn't call, you didn't show. So I need someone that's going to be dependable, not, you know, kind of like a prima donna who's just going to walk out and throw a hissy fit.
Right.
So, but I mean, the rest of the staff has just been so great. You know, I have my set kitchen staff, Linda. She's like my right-hand man.
She's awesome. She's awesome.
Yeah, she's owned a business before, so I go to her about everything. And then you have Kathy, the bulldog, who, you know.
Is that Kat?
No,
that's Kathy. Okay.
Kathy's in the kitchen, and she's, you know, just.
Well, now, who's the cook? The shorter girl with the brown, with longer hair, kind of pulled back. Was that was cooking?
That was Linda.
That's Linda. Okay,
That's
right.
Linda.
Yeah.
You know, and then obviously Kat, she's my best friend.
Yep.
She started there a couple weeks ago, and she's just, you know, picking up everything, you know, really quickly and kicking butt.
I think you had a new face in the window last Saturday, a gentleman.
Oh, Steve, yeah, he's my Mr. Fix-It. We call him Squirrel because he can't stay focused. He's all over the place.
Yeah, it's
all over the place.
Yeah.
Can't be
I
worse
love
than
the
Kenny.
movie Up.
Huh?
You all
Can't be
movie,
worse than Kenny.
movie
He's
Up.
not
I
worse
love
than
the movie
Kenny.
Up.
He's not worse.
Phil, what do you want? 1 minute. Oh, we got one more minute till a break. So obviously that means that you're going to hang out. I had to know what 1 minute was. But I could go through the whole story. I'm done. Just watch an older show and you'll figure out the history. So we're going to go on a break and you're going to maintain here because we haven't gotten to a lot of what we're going to be doing. And you're comfortable and having fun. And when you get done with all this, we're going to ask you to read a little bit of Jeopardy so we can, you know, see how good.
As long as I'm not the one making up the questions because I know nothing about cars.
Right. All right. Well, hang out. We'll be right back because that's our music playing us out. All right, welcome back, everybody, to another edition, the second part of the American Car Classics radio program. I'm Kenny Schofield. It's been a long week. Ignore me. This is Todd Byron. It's been a good week for you, so you're fresh. It's a great hat. I love that hat. Steve Byron. Steve Charbonneau. It's going to be Steve Byron soon. It's not the alcohol. I swear to God, man, my head is just lost today. It's been so stupid. And Nettie McGee is back for a second segment, so we appreciate that. When we went to break, we were... Say it.
Hey, dude.
What did I say?
You remember the studios because the hands would reach out in front and it would be all...
We used to watch the monitor with Keith because Keith was the same way. And he'd be over here and be like, you'd swear to God, Keith's poking me in the eye and he's punching me. So we used to make little puppets and stuff.
Yeah.
We were actually farther away from each other.
That was in the other studio.
Now?
Well,
because we got a tighter camera.
Right.
Right now we only have one camera, so we're like kind of squished together.
Yeah.
And, you know.
Yeah. We were in a professional studio with a professional producer and all of that, and it was really pretty good and everything else. And then some chick got strong and wanted to make things change, and so I'm going to hand her ass to her in court one day, and we're going to go from there.
Let's not worry about that. We're on a radio show.
So what you got, buddy? You got some tech talk over there?
No, not yet. You shush. Now stop. Stop into that. So
we're
going to go into what we're doing, the American Car Classics radio program for Nettie on the 10th of September. And so we haven't really talked about this. September 10th, we're recording this show on the 2nd of September, so 8 days from now.
Yep.
We're going to be doing a grand opening for you, and we're going to have a tent out there and a PA system, and we're going to have some music, and we're going to be talking to people and doing some live stuff and covering some stuff for the next podcast, and we're going to bring cars in, and you've got some breakfast specials you're going to post up there.
I am.
We talked about the sirloin steak and the eggs.
And no microphone for Kenny. No bullhorn.
Yeah, no microphone.
No bullhorn. No bullhorn.
No for Kenny.
I have a microphone with an amp.
But you're loud enough as it is.
Yeah, you don't need a microphone. You're
I have
fine.
a megaphone.
I'm sure
I used to
you
walk
do.
around with it and scream at everybody and stuff.
If you're bringing the bullhorn and bringing that little
It's
heckler
going
guy,
to
'cause that guy
mysteriously
was
go
awesome.
missing.
Oh, yeah. He was good. That's right. So September 10th, Squirrel. Okay. Who likes the movie Up?
What's
You
that?
better damn raise your hand. You
What's
better
a
raise your
movie
hand,
Up?
too. You don't know Up? I'll bring you a copy. You know Up.
I do know Up, considering I'm the one that said squirrel.
Yeah, Squirrels existed before the movie Up.
But that's the dog, squirrel.
Yo,
That's
bro.
the whole reason why I got it.
It is.
Hello. My daughter's 13. Of course I know it.
So
it's a kid movie.
Yeah. Natalie, come here for a
Kid-
minute.
kid
Come here for a
movie.
minute, please.
Oh, look at her.
So this
She's
is
slightly
this is going
inconvenienced.
to be Saturday from 8 to noon, and it's at
Come on, baby.
2555. Just stand right over there by your mom for a second. So 2555 27th Avenue Southeast. in Vero Beach on the curve. This is Aviation Boulevard and 27th. And it's Larry's Roadside Restaurant. It's been there for 10 or 11 years.
11 years,
You
yeah.
took it over the beginning of the
April
summer.
28th.
And you've been working it all summer long, and now it's time for a grand opening. Okay.
And you're the assistant manager?
She's just the man. She's the owner.
Oh, really?
She can
She's
run a
the-
till.
Good.
She
Now,
can.
does her drawer
can.
balance out?
Absolutely.
Okay. Does she count it when she comes in, or she takes over somebody else's drawer?
All of it. She does all of it. I'm
Okay.
really just, I'm just there to
Put on an
monitor.
apron and
I don't really do much. She does it all.
Right.
Delegate?
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
And what's her
Sounds like
salary?
she needs a raise.
Huh?
What's her salary?
She makes all the money. you
All
know?
the money.
She pays the bills too.
Yeah. Well, she said her
Awesome.
air things were dead. So. Right. All right. Well, say hello to the people and wave and stuff like that, and be all right. Now you can go sit back down now. I just
like,
wanted
I
to
just wanna
embarrass you
read my
for a minute.
book.
Yeah, I just wanted to. What book are you reading? What is it?
I don't know. I just buy
Say it again.
Oh, this summer I turned pretty.
What about Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants? Have you ever watched that movie? No. So you've got to watch that movie. It's a good. That's a girl thing, huh? It's a chick flick. Yeah. All right. So we're going to bring in some
back on
cars,
track,
and we're going to
buddy.
provide the entertainment, and we've got some gift cards, and we're going to do some stuff. And we've asked your staff to get a minute to walk out and peruse the cars and kind of put their vote in for an employee's choice that we're going to give an award for and stuff. So that should be pretty cool. We have our end handled, and you have your end handled. You're going to have a good staff.
Yep.
And you
All
ready?
my staff is good. You know this.
Yeah. Everybody's on high alert, though.
They are.
I'm going to come in and eat first so I can be focused.
Yeah.
Okay.
A couple pancakes and some bacon, and then my steak and eggs.
Couple pancakes. You're going to a couple pancakes now.
It's going to be a long day.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah.
Extra
I won't be able to
pancakes
eat.
with the
I like
extra
to.
sugar.
I like
It slows them down.
That's a
it does.
lot.
It does slow me down. So yeah, that's
For
a
some
good
reason,
thing.
I don't believe that at all.
It does. Yeah, caffeine and stuff slows me down. If I were to do an illicit white thing, that people cut up with a credit card, I would fall asleep.
Weird.
Yeah,
Huh.
everything's totally
Because
backwards.
he's on
me.
the edge of being too hyper, so the sugar and stuff.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Makes
That's
sense.
why the gummy bears are important for a long trip.
We found
It's a 3 pound.
Well, we've
the
already
3 pound
discussed.
bag?
I'm not
Was it-
going on any long trips with you.
You do
No,
what?
no car rides with you.
Yeah.
No car rides.
We
Wow.
found
You get
a
gummy bears
five-
swinging
This is
up
a
on
car
my
show.
hood.
That's almost a deal breaker.
It's like a pillowcase.
Yeah.
Good thing you're not bringing all the cars.
That's right. Yeah. So talking about the cars, we met last week. I met last week over at CJ Cannons, which is not too far from your business, and met with Billy DeArton and a couple other guys from the AACA local chapter here in Vero, and they mentioned that they meet every morning, Saturday morning, for an event that they like to go and have their 15 or so club members that like to do this every Saturday, and they said that they would like to come over and consider sitting there and trying you and all that and see how do. So we hope that we get you. The main thing is to build recognition and a name that you've taken this over, that it was there, but it is there now, and it's going to be as good or better, and that everybody has tried it maybe needs to come back and try it again and see that there's a little difference and maybe someplace and a reason to stay longer and all that. So this is from 8 to noon a week from this Saturday, so that's going to be September 10th. So please, we put everything out on social media. We've let everybody know. We've shared the flyer that we have. It should be a good thing. Registration there's no pre or anything else. This is $15 a day of. We'll just say it real fast so that everybody can not worry about anything else. The proceeds are going to us, the American Car Classics Radio Program, to try to recoup some funds that we've had to put out to build our own studio to do this thing here that we love to do so much in Todd's Garage, which is a place that I call.
But it wouldn't matter anyways if we put on a car show anywhere. There's a charge to get in a car show just like any other car show.
The House of Byron.
Unless it's
That's the debate. There's a lot of people saying that car shows are free and everything like that.
But they're
even
not.
Well, they're
that-
really
no,
not.
I know. I've known of several. I mean, I used to model in car shows, so
Right.
Yeah, well, you go to the one under
You're not
the
done
oaks,
yet.
you're going to pay.
I'm not doing. I am not doing that. At
No. These are employees, and this is a place of no. So, but
Or you could be
honestly,
like
what
me
you're
when
saying-
I do the Dick Arbitel New Year's Day cruise, and it's on me. It's something that I chose.
Yeah,
to
but we
do.
can't be like you.
But no, we can't. We're a different venue though.
So
we're something different.
Todd grew up here. He's a Veroite like you, right? And Todd had a great
You're from
friend.
Vero?
I'm not originally. I'm from West Palm, but I've been here for like 16 years now.
Oh.
So, but we just say that I'm
Okay.
That's all right.
close enough.
Yeah.
I'm not far off from 16.
That's just wrong. So, yeah.
Not going there.
Right. So, all right. Well, this is really good, Nettie. I appreciate you coming out, and I won't say again, but coming out and helping us get filled in on what we're doing with the restaurant and everything else. We're excited for it. Since we've been out on our own, this is the first one that we're going to do, so we're going to screw it up as little as possible.
I appreciate it.
We do have 2 more events that will be coming up, and I don't know exactly what we're going to be doing out in Chattanooga, but the Chattanooga Motor Car Festival, which is a great, passionate event that I love so much. Steve and Todd love. Julie, we all go. Aaron's been already. So we're going to go back to this on October 14th through the 16th, and we hope that we're going to have some interaction with the American Car Classics group, doing something out there for the folks, whether it's a tent on the side of the road where Bill Elliott can come by and hang out and chat for a while because he loves me so much, or we get to do something on the main stage and actually produce a podcast, which would be awesome. What are you laughing for? Bill Elliott doesn't love me?
I'm not touching on a 10-foot pole.
All right.
His bodyguard does.
How much time do we have left in this segment, Philip? 1 minute?
1 minute.
Oh, shoot. Well, then we're going to fade away, and you're going to stay for one more real quick, because when we get back, we're going to do a Jeopardy segment, and Nettie's going to read these automotive questions off, and we're going to find out which one of us is
I'm not leaving tonight.
not smarter than the rest. But you'll find out when you get back. Hang out for just one quick bleep. Beep. All right, welcome back, everybody. Todd likes the music, man. I ain't gonna lie to you, dude. We've been doing this, and we haven't been having music cutting out and everything else, and we got to listen to a full song. Have you listened to all the other stuff? Yeah. I love that, dude. This is Greg Billings, my buddy from Clearwater. Freaking love that music so much. I grew up with it, and Stranger Band. I wore their shirt the other day, but if you want to Google Stranger Band, YouTube, lots of old stuff, great, incredible stuff. So Nettie McGee is here from Nettie's Roadside Restaurant, 2555 27th Avenue Southeast in Vero. So you are from 6 a.m.
6:30 to 2, and then 12 o'clock on Saturdays.
And when season
What
comes,
about Sunday?
On Sunday, so every day at 6:30 to 2, and then on Saturdays at 6:30 to 12.
Yeah.
And then during season, we'll be open an extra hour on Saturdays.
Yeah.
Yep.
An extra hour. I've never looked at the lunch menu.
I thought
we have a really large lunch menu. When I took over, I'm like, oh my gosh. Like, I mean, obviously, I looked at the menu, but really, like, being in the kitchen, putting on an apron, and like having to do, I'm like, Linda, what goes in this? When you're short a cook or someone calls out, I'm like having to do it myself. I'm like, what goes in this? It's a lot. We have a lot of stuff.
Now, I've asked you before, you're not a cook, but if you had to go in, because you've got your ice tables, you got your hot tables, you've got your griddle, you've got your stuff, you could go in and put stuff together if you had to.
I mean, I would figure it out at some point, but it's not easy.
No.
It's not easy at all. Like, lunch is definitely easier than breakfast, but people are so picky on breakfast.
Oh, yeah.
And especially because I'm a new owner, anything that happens wrong in this restaurant, it's automatically, it's because it's new ownership.
But over easy doesn't mean runny yolk. I mean, runny whites. You got to have but you got to keep that yolk just warm and wet.
But Kathy and Linda just have it down. They've been there. That's
awesome.
Kathy's been there for 7 years. Linda's been there for 10. And they look like octopuses on that grill.
That's awesome.
What are you even doing? I'll just do the toast over here. I can butter the toast.
Toast is important too, because look, I want my warm butter.
I can make pancakes and waffles.
Well, that's.
I was going to say you just made his day.
Gold. We're gold. All right, so we've got a Jeopardy segment coming up here, and we've asked Nettie if she would go ahead and read the questions. Now, listen, Todd. He's going to look over your shoulder. He's going to try to see them answer. So there you go.
Okay.
Last week, Julie had created this new show for us.
Hand me one of those papers.
And she did it. And Todd got every single answer.
I didn't.
Busted. We were busted.
Oh yeah,
I got almost.
That shit was rigged. We got. We didn't even stand a chance.
Okay, you ready? Who made up these questions? Did you?
Shh! Don't say that.
Oh, see, now he's
Here
going
we go again.
Listen, if you know me, you know I've already forgotten half of what I've written. Come on, look at this. You think this is organized? It's chaos. Go ahead.
Okay, so question number 1. A collision between cars that causes only minor damage.
A collision between cars
that
only causes minor damage?
Correct.
What is a...
Low impact?
No.
Collision?
No. What is a small crash, man? When you have a small crash, you call it a what? Hey, man, I just had a...
Fender bender?
There you go.
What is a fender bender?
Oh, shoot, dude. I've seen cars that $20,000 damage. Oh
Here
my
we
God!
go.
I just had a fender damage. A fender
No,
bender. It's
someone,
not bad.
there was
Like, look at the car.
there's this like little
Not
scratch
bad.
on a car and it cost $3,000
You
without
don't know.
insurance.
Oh, yeah.
Listen, Todd had a Hyundai that pulled out. Two old people bought this Hyundai with 63,000 or 63 miles on it. They pulled out of Route 60 Hyundai. Hey, Tommy, that's for you. And an ambulance hit them.
Oh
No,
my
that was Toyota. Vera.
Oh, was that Toyota?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Tommy.
Sorry, Tom.
Ignore that part.
I'm
So
not doing their work no more. So it's all good. They just bought it. It's 6 miles.
they pulled out in front of an ambulance and did how much damage? It was like $40,000 in damage. And they fixed it.
Toasted. Oh yeah, we fixed it. It's crazy.
Whole half the car was cutting out. Anyway, next question.
Okay.
Carry on.
Squirrel.
Yeah.
Fender
A
bender.
Plymouth name for this Warner Brothers cartoon character.
Roadrunner.
What is?
Oh my God, you don't have to say all that. He got the answer correct.
He sure did.
Slap him.
He sure did.
Okay.
I like it. So okay.
Powered by both a gasoline engine and electric motor, this company's Insight was the first hybrid car sold in the U.S.
Toyota Prius.
No.
Very close though. Neighboring company.
Neighboring company.
Yeah, because they're Asian. What else is made over there? Not Korean.
Wasn't Nissan.
Nope.
Can't be a Lexus.
Honda.
Honda made the first hybrid?
They sure did. They sure did.
No shoot.
No, yeah, you can say shit because we're on the internet.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
And for those kids
I
who
don't
don't like
think
that,
that's
maybe we can beat that out.
politically correct.
Yeah.
It's nothing
Anyway.
here is politically anything.
Yeah,
I read it on the internet. That's all Katie says.
Okay.
FCC.
Do you want to talk about politics for a second, Todd?
No.
You gave me a video that was incredible today. I really have an issue sometimes with stuff that Todd says, but he sent me a video today that had Barack in 2014 talking about something that recently happened, and I'm just going to say, holy shit. All right, next question.
Yeah.
With its GT and GTS versions, this model from Mitsubishi blocked out a lot of the competition.
The what now?
Say it again.
These questions.
I'm sorry.
No, listen, this is straight off of
I was
Jeopardy,
kinda
man.
Like falling
My
off.
God.
Almost on Jeopardy.
With its GT and GTS versions, this model from Mitsubishi blocked out a lot of the competition.
Stealth.
Okay, this is unfair. You know the answers.
But I'm not answering them.
It's inside the question.
The Mitsubishi.
Yeah, because Dodge was the stealth,
But
but
take it
Mitsubishi's the
further.
GT300, but it's not that one. But
it's
Mitsubishi. When the sun and
Oh,
the moon.
solar.
Oh,
Eclipse.
And the eclipse,
All-wheel
the
drive
eclipse, right.
turbo, yeah.
That's right.
They
Oh,
made
boy.
a turbo?
All-wheel drive
Yes.
Eclipse.
Yeah.
Oh, the older ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, all right.
All right. Next question. Is there two more?
I was never
One
a
more.
Mitsubishi
One- oh,
fan
this
anyways.
is
Them
fun.
things were most
All right, one more.
unreliable junk.
Which automaker attempted to revolutionize air travel by designing a flying car?
Mitsubishi.
Take your shoes off before you talk like that.
No.
No?
Yeah.
Oh.
It was.
Starts with an F.
Yeah, it was Ford. It was way, way back. And I
Really?
did a little research on it. I think I have something written up here somewhere. but
Okay.
We're not going to. So, all right. Well, that was fun. I appreciate it. You coming and reading that stuff for us and everything else. And Todd didn't win because he didn't cheat and wasn't giving all the answers. But Julie, you see?
You weren't Googling it?
You should have been and then turning around.
You never gave me any of that. You never gave me the ones before.
Oh, you just knew that the answer was white.
What white?
I don't know. The first question she asked and the answer was white.
Oh, the Ford Mustang.
The Camaro or the Corvette?
Oh, the Corvette,
Yeah,
yeah.
was that
Yeah,
Corvette?
what Corvette?
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
What answer is right? So, all right, everybody. Nettie McGee, Nettie's Roadside Restaurant, 2555 27th Avenue Southeast. Yeah, September 10th. Come in, join us, and see what
join
it's
your-
all about. You got nothing to lose, and maybe you learned something.
Join you for breakfast, lunch.
Thanks for coming out.
Thanks.
Wow! All right, welcome back, everybody.
My Lord.
This is the American Car Classics radio program. I keep wanting to put my feet on the leg thing, but I swear my leg's going to cramp my thigh, and so it sucks. So I'm Kenny Schofield. With me is Steve Charbonneau and Todd Byron, and this is the American Car Classics radio program. We hope you enjoy yourselves. So hang out and watch us and everything. It's fun. So we today we're talking about the event coming up on September 10th that we're going to be hosting, and we hope that we do have a good turnout and we can do some good for her with her restaurant. That's Nettie McGee. We are going to be doing the Chattanooga Motor Car Festival. I've asked a bunch. I don't know. You don't know yet if you're going to. Todd's going and Julie's going. I know that because I might stay on their couch and ride with them.
Steve's going.
Steve's going. I got faith too. And I got 2 hotel reservations. So, I just won't cancel till it's October 5th if you're not going to. But we'll know by then. And I think you're good to go.
I might need somebody to keep an eye on the back while we're telling
He said my truck is full.
I need somebody looking at the car behind me while I'm towing it back.
I love it. I love it.
Julie's over there shaking her head. No, you're not.
I'm going to drive Lucy. I don't care if I, am alone or whatever else. I'm going to drive Lucy. And
well, see, then that's all a good reason to go.
That's right. Yeah. Look, when I got in her last year, Lucy is my 1970 Nova. She just turned last week going to breakfast. She just turned 30,000 miles.
Wow, is that the original miles?
It's the original miles. It's the original miles, fully documented and everything. Okay. I bought her with 24.2 on her. So Julie is saying, can you imagine me by myself? It would be.
I'm putting a camera.
No, you and Ron.
Oh, Ron. Listen, if you don't like him this week, then you'd send him with me. If you don't like him that week,
he ain't gonna ride now
because he's gonna be pissed. No AC, no AC. Yeah. It'd be carpool karaoke.
It'd be bringing back memories. From
what,
back
Phil?
17 hours of listening to Kenny.
Yeah.
I could tell you all about it, and then I had a room with him.
Yeah. Tiana did it last year, and we had a good time. And we actually drove the kids out to Asheville and everything, and then we drove in again and stuff.
We know how that ends.
We had the gummy bears and all. So when I went with Steve, we slept we slept in the same room at the Westin, and Steve was in the middle of talking. He woke up the next morning. He goes, "Dude, you just fell asleep." I was like, "What's the difference between me and Aaron?" No, what's the difference between me and Aaron?
She doesn't snore nowhere as loud as you.
You just roll me on the side. Just be nice and roll me on my side, and I'll stop snoring. Sure. What, Julie?
Right outside, off the bed, out the window.
Yeah, you take them off.
She said that if Ron Smith is a great friend of ours, he's an ex-Snap-on dealer, and he's a great guy. He's done work for Todd, and he hangs out at Steve's, and he works with some old Fords and stuff, and has fun. And he's got a hearing aid. Julie said if he wanted to, he could just turn his hearing aids off, and he could. He could. Yeah, it's a bench seat.
Yeah, he can get really close to you. Give you a hug.
Yeah. Yeah.
You remember Ron there?
So the Chattanooga Motor Car Festival. The memories.
I can see her now.
The Chattanooga Motor Car Festival is a great event, and it goes on in the middle of October, obviously in Chattanooga, and we have a great time. They have a Concours d'Elegance. They have a racetrack there now, so they do some old school racing and some new car racing. Meekum Auction is out there. They're going to be doing their second event for us. What now?
I'm just thinking Ron coming back with his nipples pierced. Oh, that'd be funny. All right, carry on. Sorry.
I can't do it now.
Hey, did we ever get that picture?
We have the picture.
Did we ever get it blown up, put in Byron's office yet?
Oh, my
No.
That's our plan for this
hanging
year.
over the bike in the Westin. He walks in, he's like, "There's my dad's." Oh my God!
Put the little caption phrase.
The
Byron,
reason
I
he
missed
wrecked
you.
my little 2002.
Oh, you think if we got him to get one piercing, he'd sit still long enough to get the other one done?
I think he get into a lot
We could
of
put barbs in them, one going this way and one going up and down or something. And he gets home to his wife, and she would kick his ass.
Oh boy, yeah.
Yeah. Because she's not going. She doesn't go. This is his weekend to shine.
I don't think she will.
Yeah. Well, that's awesome. So Chattanooga Motor Car Festival. And I like to mention, too, the River Ranch Rod Run. This is January 27th, 28th of next year.
It's going to be cold.
It's an event that we went to last year. It was my first time out there in a long, long time. And it was very, very cold. But 600 cars, 500-plus cars. And it was a great event. We had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I want to tell a story, too, that I want Steve to talk for a second, so I'll shut up, but I'm going to bait him on this. You had your niece's car in the shop not too long ago, and it was perplexing to you for a little while. When you showed me the cameras and the video of what you had found and done, it was really – I learned a lot because as a master tech, we go out here and we're trying to work with these new cars. And you don't necessarily go to school for all the new models that are coming out, and technology is changing super fast. So this was your niece's Nissan.
Yep, it's a 2019 Altima, and it had crash sensor codes in it and radar codes, and like it has the lane departure and all that stuff. So it has a different variety of crash sensors, and it uses the radar. And that's why if you have a radar detector, a lot of your cars go off now, and you go past like the Hondas, the newer GMs and Cadillacs and all that. That's right. So the car wouldn't go, and it would allow you to press the gas pedal, and it would push your foot back off the pedal and not allow you to accelerate. And it would beep the crash sensor on the dash and all that stuff, and it would say forward collision. So it would try to stop the car. And what it ended up being was the car was not washed, for like a week or two because she puts 200, 300 miles a day on that car. So. Wow. She had a bug on the front of it, and he was not able to read the radar sensor. So it was thinking that she was tailgating a car too fast, or she was going to hit a car. So it was applying the brakes and slowing the car down. So after doing some reading and then deciphering, I think it was like 8, 9, 10 codes that was in the car. Wow. And then everything, when you look at it, you decipher the codes, and then it goes to the radar. So I started looking at the radar, and I started, the scanner I have now, the new one, goes through, and you can see it. And it says forward collision within 5 to 10 feet. So I sat there and I was like, okay, so try to find the crash sensor. Of course, Mitchell was wrong. It says it's in the bumper. So I had to go elsewhere. And the camera is actually in the Nissan logo in the grill.
Yeah. Which was surprising me because, I got them out somewhere, but in a logo, and here again, it's a flat glass emblem.
Actually, you'd be surprised.
Are they?
The majority of them are.
So when this is another thing that when you don't wash your car. Bug splatter.
All it takes is like one of those big dragonflies, and that's good enough right there. You can't see out the corner. It sets the code.
And I charge $80 to hook up to a scanner and give them 10 minutes of whatever.
It took me a good solid hour and a half to go through and decipher all the codes because I've never dealt with that system. And then it's just the amount of codes that's in it. And it's not just like one. You got anti-lock brake codes. You got the radar code. You have a crash sensor code, lane departure codes. But you just got to sit there and see, which one's the most common one, and it says you have this code, look at this one and that one. But, not dealing with it before and then trying to figure it out,
Yeah.
Yeah, because the one is throwing codes to to all of them that are involved with that particular.
Yeah, because it applies the brakes and it throws the brake code and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So
yeah. One of the things I don't really like that I see on TV and knowing from having the auto repair shop is that AutoZone offers to scan cars for free, and basically just there to sell parts. They can't diagnose anything. They would sell quickly, you got a lean system, so they're going to sell an O2 sensor. And to me, being a master tech, you have to understand the criteria in which the code was set. And that's what your job was to do. Process of elimination, get the stuff that my wheels are not locked up, I'm not going into gear, I'm not skidding or sliding, so I can eliminate all that. So right now I've got to focus almost on this front collision, and obviously there's no cones, there's nothing going on in front of me. What the hell? So how did you figure? Just once you found the camera, you went and cleaned it?
Yeah, because that's what it kept saying. It kept saying it had an obstacle in front of it, a car or something, so it wouldn't allow the car to accelerate because it was saying you're going to have a front-end collision with something because the camera's not able to see it, so it's thinking something's blocking it. And technically it was. It was just a bug just smeared. She came in today.
That's crazy.
I did some stuff and I helped her out for a second. She come in and say hello, and I walked by the car and I got my little buffer out and shot it with some wax. And I buffed the emblem up. She's like, "What are you doing?" I said, "Cleaning the emblem for you so we don't run into this problem."
Yeah. Put Rain-X on it, so hopefully they just splat in beer.
Put a good coat of wax on it.
The good coat of wax. Did Dean get a smiley face on his window?
I don't know anything about that.
So Steve has an employee named Dean. He's a great kid. He goes to high school, and he comes in after high school and does his work. And Steve went out with wax and put a smiley face on there and then cleaned it, knowing that the next day he'd go out with the dew on the window and that he would go to turn his wipers on and there'd be a smiley face.
He was missing. He was missing for today because he had to go over to the other shop and go to the ice machine and go get water. So I may have added a little something to it.
It's true. That's not on tape or anything. It's awesome. No, Dean's a good kid, and we really like him and stuff, so that's awesome. He came out here and helped a little bit during the construction of the studio here.
Yeah.
So at the House of Byron and all that. So
Yeah,
awesome.
no
Listen,
quitting him.
we're going to run on one more quick break, and I think that we got one or something segment left or something. We'll figure it out. But if you've enjoyed it so far, then, what the hell? Come back. Man, I just want that to keep on playing because I know the whole song, everything else about it. Man, it's an awesome song. So welcome back, everybody. I'm Kenny Schofield, and this is the American Car Classics radio program. And with me is Todd Byron and Steve Charbonneau, and Phil Russo's here, and Jada and Aaron and Dustin and Ashley, and Julie went to go sweep sheep shit.
Yep. It's
Okay.
time to take care of the animals.
Say that fast
We're
3
running
times.
late.
You can't even say it once. Jada, say it fast 3 times. Just flat out.
Not even gonna try.
No. So we went to break and we got done with this with your niece's Nissan story. I said that 2 times really fast. That was pretty good. And you wanted to elaborate on something else about the lift of these, about the sensors and all this.
Yeah, all these cars, like we were talking about this the last show, is they're integrated in some of the cars' windshields. So when you change windshields, you got to have the camera system's got to be adjusted. Also, if you lift a car, lower a car, or change anything with the dynamics of it where the cameras are mounted or the radar and all that stuff, is you have to have everything recalibrated. So like we lowered a car just an inch, I think it was an inch and a half, and it affected the camera system, and you had to have it adjusted. And it's not cheap because not a lot of people do that.
Yeah.
So
Who does that?
most of your glass companies and your dealerships.
American Auto Glass.
Does he?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we had him do an Audi, and he had.
How about Freedom Auto Glass?
I don't know if he does it or not.
I use Freedom more. John is in Sebastian, and so is Freedom. But
Is he?
Yeah.
Freedom's in Savannah? I don't know where
believe
he's
so.
from.
yeah. But he gets out there for me and does his thing and stuff. So
If you're doing a lot of more, a lot of the newer stuff,
that's you.
then
Every car is
in
going
the
to have it
collision,
eventually. You're going to have.
They're all going to
Yeah.
have it.
I was looking into it, a little over a year ago, but dealing with a bloopity partner, doesn't want to do everything, and that's one of the things I thought we should have got into.
Yeah.
Because it's a good thing. We do a lot of body shop cars, mechanical wise, and it's something
crazy
that everybody
not
always
to,
asks.
you know,
Yeah, and
with what
there's
you
nobody
do.
out that does it.
His
so
name's
they're
Andrew
closed.
Bloopity.
Yeah.
I love
I know
that.
I gotta
EPR
be
does
the bigger,
it.
better guy, dealing with people like him. But
Yeah, I've dealt with. I had EPR Ken over there do one Mercedes for me at one time. It's the one I was repairing for them. They did it, but they did all the stuff. He goes, "We'll do all that for you."
Well, I saw a story that
And he told me that's
that,
expensive.
everything's
Whole-
changing, man. Everything's changing on the front line of cars and technology today, and it
They
changes
have
all the
been.
time. All the updates with everything else that's happening, and I don't even know how many airbags are in the high-end models now, but there's got to be
Tons.
7 or 8 or something anyway.
we'll never see the cars, but they will probably see the cars that drive themselves. They're out there now, but eventually
Yeah.
that's how it's all going to go because it'll eliminate all the dummies who text and drive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, are you focusing?
Yeah.
She's
You know what they
focused.
say about
Just not-
focus?
No, not you. I know you're focused, brother, because you're good.
But
Squirrel. All right,
Yeah.
so I saw that Dodge is going to discontinue the gas-powered muscle cars, which is the Challenger and the Charger, both by the end of 2023.
Yeah.
They're committing to this electric car program. So I'm going to bring up the story about this that we saw on
Good
Facebook
luck.
that came out of Florida. There was a General Motors dealership that took in a 2012 Chevy Volt. It's a hybrid 1.4-liter engine. And the customer took it in to get a new battery. Labor on it, I looked it up on Mitchell, was 6.6 hours. It cost them $1,200 to change the batteries. But, Steve, you say you got to tear the car apart.
Yeah, most of the time the batteries. I haven't done one of these, but most of the time the batteries is in the floorboard. It's like the whole bottom floor of the car, and that's why a lot of these cars people don't pay attention. They got extra low tires on them because they're so heavy.
Yeah.
So, extra load, right?
Yeah,
like an 8-ply or something like that, or something.
Well, no, they'll just be like an extra low tire. It's a P metric, but like it's an extra load, so it's a more stiffer sidewall and carries more weight just because of that reason.
He talks so technical about tires, man. I just love it. He's my tire guy.
I
All
got
your
a question
hybrid
about
cars
the
are-
hybrid car, electric car things, because I saw an article this week that California by 2035 is banning the sale of gas-powered cars, right?
And so maybe they ban the sale of it, but there's no way that you're ever going to say that you're not going to have these cars on the road. There's no way that
Never happened.
you know.
Fair
right.
enough, but my question was the very next day, almost as if like it was a movie and it was like a smash cut for comedy effect. The very next day, the state of California is telling people prepare for rolling blackouts and unplug your microwave and toaster when you're not
And your
using
car.
it.
Right.
So if you don't want people plugging in their toaster,
gonna charge your
exactly how many cars are we going to plug in before it's an issue?
Well, what's the population of California?
30 million people?
Well, then I guess you're going to be plugging in at least 10 million cars.
Right, so at 6 p.m. when everyone gets home from work and plugs their stupid car,
You're gonna have
what happens to the power grid?
I hope
Yeah,
you stopped at McDonald's on the way home.
I just seen something in downtown Los Angeles where they had all these power stations down the side of the street with all the homeless camps built up around them. You know what I'm
That's
saying? It's like,
nice.
who's going to want to pull up to that thing?
That's a guy with a dead battery.
It's a charge, and it's $25 an hour.
And we're
Yeah.
talking about 4 hours to charge.
If you coasted up to one of those charging stations with all the homeless people around, wouldn't you grab your kids and just run and say, leave the car? Like,
Yeah, when you come
would
back
you
in
bother
those
standing
tires
there for
and-
4 hours?
Well, I talk about this battery being changed to this 2012 volt, and here again, this car has, I think, 90-some thousand miles, 110,000 miles on it. It's already 10 years old, and the customer had to pay for a new battery fill. How much do you have to pay?
$28,000.
$28,000 for a
car's not even worth
battery.
it. Car's not worth it.
Yeah,
And I'm sure you've seen
that's what's going to happen.
the Ford, what is it, E-Spark, E150, it's
The E1 yeah.
the F-150, it's all electric, towing a 6,500-pound trailer,
Yep.
Yeah, they had to stop.
68 miles,
70
something like
miles.
that.
70
or something,
miles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you get
It's all-
70 miles out of a full charge towing a trailer, and then you spend 4 hours charging it. So, like, if you're a lawn guy, 70 miles, that's like probably you drive that in a day, right?
Yeah.
So before your
my
day's even over, you've got to
Yeah.
charge your car.
But this is good for the restaurants that have them, or the Targets or whatever that the stations are built in front of. And that's great for the business that wants to do this. But if you want to get to grandma's by Wednesday, it ain't happening.
Even without the trailer, they were only getting 200 miles for a charge. Like, if you're going on a road trip, like if you're going, I don't know, to Tallahassee or something,
I
right?
think it was like 260, but I mean, that's not.
You're going to have to stop every 3
Right.
hours to charge the car
Right.
for 4 hours.
I saw on
I got way
Facebook.
better gas mileage than that towing his truck on that trailer.
Right. This is what we're saying. When we did the comparison, the cost of running a gas-powered truck was 60 cents a mile, but running the electric car was 40 cents a mile. But it took them 4 times longer to achieve the trip.
And don't even get me started on the fact that, like, the rare earth elements that make up those batteries, like, do they think they're battery-powered backhoes digging those out and battery-powered trucks shipping them to the port and then battery-powered boats
That's
taking
right.
them over here? Like,
The
then
lithium
what you're
batteries
doing-
are
What
so
planet
bad
am
for
I
the-
on?
The people mining them and then all that stuff. They don't tell you all the truth.
Crazy.
How do you recharge a boat in the middle of the ocean?
And, yeah, and
I'm
then-
just asking
But have
for a
solar panels on
friend,
the thing.
right?
And like I said before, why do we have charging stations? Why can't every electric motor, propulsion
Charge.
motor, have an alternator to
Absolutely.
charge it? It should be able to charge
Like every other
itself.
electric car.
Yeah, why can't it?
Because you can't charge for that.
Because you can't make money.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
That's right.
So in the end,
Old cars used to come with grease zerks, and your front end part would last. I've got a 50 in the shop that's got grease zerks, and his front end is tight as a baby's. Anyway, it just now they don't come with grease zerks, you know, and this
Oh,
is a
yeah.
part that's made to
to
wear
it
out.
I've been
Right,
saying that
exactly.
forever. The problem with this country, not enough grease zerks.
Yes, sir. I saw a thing on social media that had a Tesla roadside assistance vehicle. This is to go out and be a road ranger, go out and help when your vehicle breaks down like you all would do for you. And it was a gas-powered vehicle
yeah.
because they needed to make sure it could get there in a
Yeah.
day.
And it ran out of charge. And
There's a lot of service calls. You know, you
gas-powered
60 miles this
generator
way,
charging
60
it.
miles that way, and any guy's walking.
Yeah.
That's horrible, man. So this past weekend, I went to Daytona International Speedway. I
You
watched
missed the whole entire point, though.
what's that?
Like I tell this guy that comes in my shop all the time, it's got a Prius. He's always lippy. He's a little liberal, cocky little guy, you know.
Right?
Yeah,
So I'm
tree
like,
hugger.
hey, so when the Prius went bad, how much was that battery? Well, what's that got to do with it? Well, it was like $10,000, right? When you first got the car and the battery's bad. How much did you save on fuel? Because I didn't spend $10,000 in 5 years on my truck.
Yeah.
Just saying, and I tow heavier cars. You know, it's like, oh, got
And
quiet.
you got to drive in the
Yeah.
nice, comfortable truck.
$28,000 for a battery.
Crazy.
The
My
car's not worth that.
my knowledge of the Prius and the joke that I always get is that as Ashley was growing up, we used to watch Jeff Dunham a lot, and there was a part where he talked about a Prius, and he was like, "Hey, look, it's a Prius." And the driver runs by, he's like, "I'm gay."
You know what I like about Prius is it's a time saver. The minute I see somebody in a Prius, I know this is someone I don't want to be friends with.
Well, right.
Saves me a lot of time trying to get to know people.
I know that when I pull up behind, I have a choice to pull up behind a truck or a minivan, a Prius or a minivan. I'm going to pull up behind the minivan at the light because I know that Prius is going to I think they have 13-inch wheels or something, man. It's just, they ain't going to spin very fast or anything else. So we know that. We know that.
Yeah.
So NASCAR. So I said I went to Daytona International Speedway. We had a lot of rain. It was a good race overall. I love the track and have a good time going out there. Steve, you go out there a lot. You didn't make it this year. Had a little bit of stuff going on.
All it does is rain every time I go.
Yeah, you sent me a picture the other day of P. How's P doing?
Hanging out in the house.
Yeah, P is Steve's pet peacock. Say that fast 3 times. Steve's pet peacock. Aaron, you're not going to do it? No? All right, that's fine. But
I didn't even see the picture the other day, and he was sitting at the foot of the truck, and I had to, pretty much pick him up.
Get him out of the way. He wants to come inside.
You hear that?
That
was my pet peacock.
No, that was your
That's one of my roosters.
Your roosters. Right. And the donkeys, we have the donkeys. So here at Todd's house, we have like I'm fucking moving in or something. There's a Farmageddon.
When Kenny said he was moving in, I could hear Julie running down the street.
The hell he is.
Cool. That means her side of the bed's available. What's up, buddy?
That's funny.
Don't rub my feet. Don't rub my feet. Don't rub my feet. Yeah. So, well, I don't know what else we have left. Man, I could break into stuff, but it's, almost the end of the show, and I think that we're just going to, fade out here or something like that. Fade to black kind of thing.
Fade to black.
What else you got to say? You got anything else to say to your fans the rest of the week?
I don't have any fans.
All right, well, then
I have some out in the barn out there.
Fans.
Yeah.
We got 2 above
They're
us.
keeping all my animals
Woo!
cool.
All right.
See ya.
Yeah. Shake and bake it.
Y'all come back now, you hear? Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah. First.